Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Brothers on Beers. This is the third one I'm doing, and also the third one that I'm alone for. My brother, again, Ben, he's a little too busy. He's going to join me for the bigger beers. I got a couple hidden away by Dogfish Head and a couple by Moat Mountain. They're bigger bottles, so I'm going to need some help. But since I got a small bottle here today, I'm on my own. I think I can handle it. It's the third one now. I hope I'm getting a little bit better. If you've seen the other two, thanks. I mean, I don't know if they're any good or not, but I appreciate you sticking with me here for the third one. Today I'm going to do Samuel Adams Cherry Wheat. I've heard a lot about this. It's available in the seasonal, summer seasonal, 12 packs, variety packs, which is what I got. But I also saw recently that they're available in the 6-packs on their own. So must be a very popular beer. They must have been hearing a lot of feedback from people who liked it. So I'm really excited to try this one today. It's into the summer here in Maine, beginning of September, but it was in the 80s. It's still in the 80s right now. So very drinkable time of year for this one. I'll read the bottle if you haven't seen it. It says, celebrating a century-old American tradition of brewing with native ingredients, Samuel Adams Cherry Wheat combines Michigan cherries with a generous portion of wheat malt to produce a bright, lively ale with a crisp finish. So, it sounds good. Let's get it out of the bottle and see what's going on. Smell it, look at it. Most importantly, take a taste. A little bit of smoke coming out of the bottle. I always like to see that. And I got my Samuel Adams pint glass. That's pretty good there. Oh, I can smell it already. Oh yeah, that's cherry, all right. No hiding that flavor right there. Cherry, right up front. Didn't even have to put my nose over the glass. You can see maybe a one-finger head disappearing rapidly. Nice white fluffy head there. Lots of carbonation bubbles. Wheat beer. Looks like it's a lot of sediment in there, so I would doubt that this one is filtered. Lots of carbonation. Still coming out. Lots of carbonation. All right, let's get a nose on it. Obviously, I already said lots of cherry here. Lots of cherry. I mean, that's all I'm getting right here is cherry. Maybe a little bit of the wheat coming through, but I mean, it's mostly cherry. Mostly cherry. Like cherry, and more cherry. Yeah, not much to tell about the smell. I mean, it's just cherry. Okay, probably said it 20 times. It's cherry on the bottle. Cherry wheat. A lot of cherry. Cheers. Let's taste this thing. Wow. I mean, seriously, that is lots of cherry. I mean, it's just cherry, cherry, cherry. I've had other fruity beers. There's a brewery around here that is called Sea Dog, and they make a great raspberry, which I think it's great in a beer. I don't know if I've ever had cherry in a beer. Raspberry, blueberry, and apricot they make, but nothing is. Their flavors are more muted than this. This is straight up sweet cherry, candy cherry, like a Jolly Rancher. I mean, it's cherry up front, cherry towards the end. In fact, the cherry is all that there is to it. Which surprises me because Sam Adams, in my opinion, does, I think, great beers, even though they're might be considered a macro brewery by many, I still think their beers are well crafted. This one, I mean, there's lacing on the bottle, um, excuse me, on the glass, and it's holding together well. I mean, this seems well crafted. I mean, there's still lots of carbonation coming up. It seems like their heart was in the right place, but I'm just getting way too much cherry, and this comes in at 5.3%. So something I think you could session with, but I'm not sure if you want to. There's just way too much cherry. Not very balanced in my opinion. It's just too much cherry. Okay. If you're playing along and watching this, you might be able to do a drinking game with the amount of times that I've said cherry in this video. But I think it's indicative of this beer. It's just, for me, too much cherry. Beer Advocate gives it a 70, which I thought would be a little low because it seems like a very popular beer. And that would put it in the very average range. I think there's a place for this. I think a lot of people will like this beer if they're not used to more of the craft brews, the IPAs, the bigger beers. So I'm sure that there is a place for this. And, to be honest, I might be in a right position where it's a summer beer. So sit on the back deck. It's a little hot. And if you're craving something sweet, and it's between like fistful of candy and this beer, you can probably take your choice with that because they're probably about the same kind of sweetness here. I'm not going to go as low as a 70, go a little higher, because I do believe that some people would really like this if they're maybe not into beer as much, if they're more into candy. But, it's well crafted. I mean, it looks good in the bottle. I mean, it's just so much cherry. Maybe dial back the cherry a little bit and you got something really great here. Just going to take one more. You put your nose over it, it's like hitting you with a cherry bomb. I don't know. It is what it is. The bottle's not lying. I mean, it says cherry wheat. It's just a huge bunch of cherry. So I guess my final rating will be like 75, 76, something like that. I think some people will like it. But thanks for joining me. Hope you liked it. I got a couple other videos on there, so check those out if you want. Tell me where I messed up. But thanks again for joining me here on Brothers on Beer. I will see you later.